Good afternoon. Ngasi BPSC course 110 Global Politics ki Unit 5 Working of Multinational Corporations and Transnational Corporations haiba Unit 5 si akoi mu makha sathar poina si amu koi nei na si ko. Introduction da multinational corporations or transnational corporations haiba si karino kamai ta wono haiba si aham da kana khamina ba ko haudo da thame. MNCs or TNCs are not a new phenomenon in the world economy. Malayamgi economy, masin nainarapada Malayamgi economy ki puari nainarada koina multinational corporations or TNCs ko. I was saying asi no ba ko. No na thoropa ba phenomenon amadi oide. Since the fag end of 20th century and the beginning of the 21st century, they have become more important and prominent in the global economy. Adu oiragasu anova no thoropa phenomenon ama oidragasu kogi kunsuba sahisa loisalakpagi swaidagina kogi kunmathoi suba sahisa horopa swaigi matang sita haidare masigi Paris da haiba MNCs aduga TNC singsi adukimatik yamna maru oirapa aduga masak nai ko phida ama kogi global economy da koina saurab phida ama kanma ngamakpa adugumba gi keno ma koi u fangi. The process of globalization based on fast sensing technology has propelled the emergence of MNCs and TNCs. Aduga haiba MNCs amsung TNCs singi yamna kayani kogi masak thongna matik mayai phudong lakpa kogi haiba kunsuba sahisa loisalakpa aduga kumathoi suba sahisa horapa gi sagi tangka kasida karigidamakta haiba kenosi MNC samsung TNCs ki kenosi adugi matik kayani pangan kana phudong ba yamna masak thongna amaina tholakhibano hairagadi ngasai globalization gi process gi saruk ama oina ngasai technology na pirakpa ahung basing ado maduna su ngasai hariba MNC samsung TNC singasi hena thorakpa safongpa aduga hena matimaya fudoropagi maram ama oina. The global economy has come to be driven by powerful private actors which include both financial corporations within bracket bank and other financial firms as well as non-financial corporations involved in the global production network, that is MNCs or TNCs. Haiba global economy is asai kamaina karina koi maruina masi drive tawge haiba kanda koi maruina yamna mapangan kanba private actors ko ani mana financial corporations ko sentong mari laina ba keno da banking gi kari financial firms ko nam lai re malem nam saw ba banks ko financial firms nam lai re mai koi ama lai re adu ga loina financial ba nataba sai gi atopada haraga na koi gi MNCs amsung TNC sai ba koi gi malem gi thak ka koi pot puthopagi kayani koi production gi network mai dai koi value chain gi kano ma sema lai ba sugumba MNCs TNCs adoga ngasai gi bank adoga ngasai gi financial firms haiba maroiba powerful private actors ani sina automatic kayani global economy si koi gi thau ba dai ko yama pangan kan ba adugumba posa ani oi. These transnational corporations have come to exercise unprecedented influence in the global economy, so much so that they are considered as key pillars of economic activities and markets. Haiba MNCs amasung TNCs haiba transnational corporations singasina edawa have come to exercise unprecedented influence in the global economy. Malayamgi economy kano sida Malayamgi economy sida atukimatik mamang thokidriba ko sauraba koi influence koi saphubi bangamba masi oye maduna kai wale so much so that they are considered as key pillars of economic activities and markets adana haiba sai transnational corporations singasi Malayamgi oiba economy am sauna saphubi bangamba duna maram oikanda economic activities azuga market ki yamna maruiba akhoi yumbising oi haidana adamaina lawna le TNCs have also grown in their size so much so that they have become an integral part of daily lives of people across countries. TNCs high was akhoi malemgi leba kya da sandoga akhoi masa mareng phandoga laigraba akhoi operations asi adui mate akhoi size is so khalae aduga loina na mai koi si koi mioi koi la kya gi punsida koi kayani koi tanna thamna ba yadra koi saru ama oi kanda leba kya baksan sandoga kanda to maina lai ba ajam koi influence to mate saw ni leba kya da affect to wong ba leba kya da ma gi asa mareng yo ko adumba TNCs MNCs sing ko. Their presence and significance in human lives finds manifestation in their profound role in economic and political realm. Aduga maikoi si laiba aduga maikoi yamna maruiba maikoina loriba koi thodang habu tare masi koina koi yobi khunai da kamaina u phangya ga na masi gi sakta masi koina economic aduga political realm ani makta koi they have become extremely powerful institutions in possession of resources far in excess of many of the nation states in the world. Atopa yamna maruiba wafam amana ngasagi akoina MNCs amsung TNCs sing se khangna bohonarap kanda haiba MNCs aduga TNCs sing asi atoki matik powerful of institutions ba yamna matawang ba mating ngam leiba ko institutions sing oire aduga maikoi si adugi matik maral mathum leiba dare koigi resources adugi matik leiba kyam yamna maikoina leigi aba kana koigi malem leiba United Nations ki member oiba mani makha tamba sovereign independent koigi states nation states or countries aiba myam singigi leibak singjigi ayamba leibak singjigi koigi magi koigi yani punba net resources aiba tare magi punba kano se koina holaga yengba kanda haiba MNCs TNCs singsina TNCs karana MNCs TNCs kharajina koi paiba mogi maran mathum jina atoke mate yam thina henga ba dare lebak singjidagi. These corporations have become centers of power, having the capability to exert influence in the international organizations, nation states, and the relations among them and domestic economy of countries. Haiba MNCs TNCs singsigi pangan se kyam yamna kan yab kanda maikoi si yamna maruiba center of powers karma makhan ki centers of powers having the capability to exert influence in the international organizations wagi maliyam gi wena leiba wagi organizations things ka adagi wagi ning tamba wagi leibak ke amako aduga lena leibak singgi marak lainari ba mari aduga leibak singgi mogi domestic economy adi leibak manung yoba mari semilongi Pibamda, aduki matik sauna koigi sapu pibangamba, saitiem pibangamba, adugamba power centers in oira creva corporations in Zimbabwe. Adana MNCs and TNCs have come to define the global economy of 20th and 21st centuries, particularly because of the expanding role of FDI and technological innovation in international trade. Aduga haiba corporations singasina global economy gi masak takpada 20th century 21st century da global economy si masak ta na bo khona ba kanda koi masai gi aduki mati sauraba makaina koi thodang ma lo ba dare hai global economy si kaino hai ba je koi masak ta kya ga di MNCs TNCs sing si koi hana koi khamin nam da ya da ba gi phibam ma da la khre dare masi karino oila pono ha kanda sai gi foreign direct investment FDI gi Makoina Loriba Todang, Aduga Masagi, international trade ki, Hiramda, Malayam Gilaloriti Hiramda Masagi, technological innovation na technology, Kusai Bagi, Tawumba, Yubi, Kusai Bigi, Kenosina, Pirapa, Homba, Mahadari, Masida Lapa, Homba, Sakala Pokenomia, Masina Pirapa Kenosina, Maramuerakanda, TNCs, MNCs, Singsila. 20th and 21st century global economy sigi bagi kayani masak che lepada bagi chawraba thodang se koina kan phidama mo koina kan khayoko to understand weight and influence that MNCs and TNCs carries. Aduga MNC, TNC cyber corporations in Asina, Saigi, Makoigi, weight ID, Makoigi, Arumba, ID Makoina, influence over number, Sang. Makoina, sit already, Kayamasina, Malian, Lebasing, Marida, Nataleba, domestic economy, the natural politics, the Kamyam, Asoba. We suppose people not be having Matang, Nagapanda, so coming away of Hamada. Of the 100 largest economies in the world, 51 are now global corporations. Only 49 are countries. Specific time period. The Pandraga so Malian Yuena, Laiva, so economy, Sama, Kangat Pakanda. Yankai Matoidi, global corporations, high TNCs, MNCs, Yankai Matoidi. Why is over? Largest economy sama la pagan aduga nefumapan 49 na bagi nation states web ngai mamanga paniba United Nations ki member with the sovereign nation states myam sigi marakta sai soba largest economy sama khanga paganda 49 na countries web paganda 51 ding ngai cooperation sing se oi hai ana cooperation coalition strong way prominent way the top 200 corporations combined sales are bigger than the combined economies of all countries minus the biggest 9. That is, they surpass the combined economies of 182 countries. Say, upon top corporations, say sunny zigi, upon say combined sales. The Makoina say sahi mada kogi sale doriba. Say Makoini yoliba, Makogi products and services. Simiam stagi pangapang say my revenue habitare. Masizina edowa bigger than the combined economies of all countries minus the biggest 9. Again, Malayandela biggest 9 economies. Adi lebak singjing marakta khwaidagi senthongni phibam phaba lebak mapan khandokram matungda ko sai lehoriba masai economies adi lebak samaga marifuni thoigi economies ki apun bagai no sidagi aiba top 200 corporations ki combined sales ki margin net assets na habitare masi si to ki mati hen gre surpass to gre aibadi kan aning tamba lebak ne na leiba mayam sigi economy siga haiba global corporation sing asiga yengru kana corporation sing na leiba ayam badagi mekoi economy ki size the when yam tin hen kayani saw na ding na lei habani the top 200 corporations have almost twice the economic plot of the poorest 4/5 of humanity. Amukasu top corporations have almost twice the economic plot of the poorest 4/5 of humanity. Miyoba Kunaigi Sarup Manga Sopagi Maria Dare Lairaba. Adagi film sada balaraba so mga to Maria darego Maria beleba miyoiba punmagi kanose masi yang buganda magi economic law da dinga sai sentong di da magi influential web kanose magi to wonga basi je pagi saru ani hen gra ma sai top 200 corporations na ba adi adu ke powerful hai ni ko miyoiba kunai da corporations na sai adu ke sauraba influence people na mi habagi kanose concept and characteristics of MNCs and TNCs. Ani subuda apoi na naina gado yasi MNCs TNCs sing may koi concept may koi karino MNCs size kaino TNC size kaino ado may koi momoto si may koi momoto masasi kamay to uzano habagi ngasai koi characteristics sing ko ado naina gado ni pa. MNCs are companies that operate in 1 or 2 countries with single ownership. MNCs are companies that operate in 1 or 2 countries with single ownership essentially by one country, while TNCs have operations in multiple countries and are mostly based on ownership from 2 or more countries. adana ngasai MNC siga my conceptual differentiation ama ko na toropani MNCs multinational corporation service ga transnational corporation service ani ji ko na ayam mutamda sama kayani ko synonymous hoina ko amata wo na ko na onthonjin toroga interchangeably seasonable yaraga su sai seasonaraga su ngasai MNC singsi kari no ayana ko na sai munna ko na yengjala kana de MNCs ka TNCs ka ko khena ba khar lai ahamada haiji MNCC sai leba ama natraga ani ko operate in one or two countries with single ownership everything sai mapu ama khakna sai ownership se paira kanda mapu di ama khatu oiba aduga masigi company sina operate tawasi leba ama natraga ani da ko operate tawa adugumba mawongi company ama oyarani MNC se ko ownership sina one country no oiba adi magi company sigi mapu oiba leba se single country da oidawa aduga TNC sina kamai tawi kana TNCs have operations in multiple countries and are mostly based on co-ownership from two or more countries TNC sing su pagi TNC sing je leba ani na tra ani de hen ba ha ko multiple countries ha mina ko leba ani na tra ani de hen ba ko mafam da ko gi samareng sandoga operate to ba du ba company sing boy adu haiba when it comes to ownership mapu oibagi matang da ding asai gi magi MNCs akoina hai mama hai gare ko gi mai ownership se single country way ko aduga TNCs ki matang da di ownership se ama khatana oini haiba laite ownership se co-ownership way habadi mapu je ko gi ani hum way bi aduga haiba mapu ani hum se laiba ama khatta da gi oigani haiba laite magi ownership se jai laiba ani natraga ani de henba country singda sai thoga lai do ne TNCs ki ownership ki matang sa na mainly magi ownership ki matang da ni MNCs ki matang na magi ownership se single country da locate to aduga TNCs ki matang na magi ownership se co ownership wa kan da laiba ko ani na tra ani de henba ko maina nela singa mapu wa ga laiba company sing model ne habitare however the distinction has become blurred as most multinational companies operate from several countries with a large number of subsidiaries in different countries. Distinction se koina sorana samaina khairaga su sai khenabasi hujikti yamna kayani mami sa me habitare koi ani ji khenabasi kaina kana multinational companies animal multinational companies ni hade leba ani natraga ani de hem sing da koi operate to ni den haiba company sing asi tongan ba leba sing da koi operate to ra kan da koi gi subsidiaries hai da le koi company sing gi makha da koi gi punna saminna ba koi gi makha tha ba koi gi business koi company sing hai ba da le business establishment sing asi koi tongan ba leba kya ma da punna work to poni na sai ma gi size and complexity of the operation either masigi ken wasina mara mo kan na masagi ani ji distinction je hojikti yamna apai mami samba blur we ba the minor way the two terms are used interchangeably in contemporary times ko no hojiki matam da ani se auton sen taroga dum season abagi mong da lai sini ko MNCs are defined as a company that has is headquartered in one country which is the home country and which operates in at least one foreign host country Wilkins na habigi matung ina MNC singsi karino hai kanda ngasai gi ma definition pinner ko matam nani MNC service karam company no haraga di man hai se Wilkins ki wakalon da leibak amada ma headquarter leiba company we aduga headquarter we ba leibak sing ngasai gi ma single ownership ki keno duni ko leibak amana ownership we ba aduga company we ba agadi ownership we leibak to da adi home country to da ma headquarters we duni company ji aduga which operates in at least one foreign country. My company is home country do not have a foreign country have the host country. Home country is not a company is mapu leba. Home country to adubuna azagi home country where company do mapu leba aduga foreign country or host country is not higher company zigi magi assets magi establishments in a sagi to wider mapanduda ꯂꯩꯕ ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛ ꯑꯃ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯍꯣꯝ ꯀꯟꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯗ ꯅꯠꯇꯕꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯗꯦꯐꯤꯅꯤꯁꯟ ꯑꯃ ꯋꯤꯜꯀꯤꯟꯁꯅ ꯄꯤꯀꯣ TNC-ꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯀꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯀꯥꯟꯗ TNCs are defined as incorporated or unincorporated enterprises comprising of parent enterprises and their foreign affiliates ko masina kitang amuk complex oire ngasai TNC-ꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯃꯄꯨꯡ ꯐꯥꯅ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯄꯨꯟꯁꯤꯜꯂꯕ ꯀꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯏꯟꯁꯇꯤꯇ꯭ꯌꯨꯁꯅꯦꯂꯥꯏꯁ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯑꯣꯡꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯄꯨꯟꯁꯤꯜꯂꯒ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯇꯣꯉꯥꯟ ꯇꯣꯉꯥꯟꯕ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯕꯁꯤꯗꯤꯌꯔꯤ ꯉꯁꯥꯏ ꯃꯃꯥꯡꯗ ꯍꯥꯏꯈꯤꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯁꯕꯁꯤꯗꯤꯌꯔꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯀꯝꯄꯅꯤꯁ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯀꯣ ꯑꯦꯟꯇꯔꯄ꯭ꯔꯥꯏꯖꯦꯁ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯑꯟꯏꯟꯀꯣꯄꯔꯦꯇꯦꯗ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯂꯩꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯀꯣ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯄꯦꯔꯦꯟ ꯑꯦꯟꯇꯔꯄ꯭ꯔꯥꯏꯖꯦꯁꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯒ ꯄꯨꯟꯅ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯐꯣꯔꯦꯟ ꯑꯦꯐꯤꯂꯤꯌꯦꯠꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯒ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯋꯥꯔꯛ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯁꯤꯅꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯈꯦꯠꯅꯕꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯤꯗꯩꯗ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯈꯔ ꯈꯥꯏꯗꯣꯛꯑ ꯄꯤꯔꯦꯀꯣ MNCs and TNCs-ꯁꯤꯁꯦꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯕꯨ TNC-ꯁꯤꯅ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯈꯤꯇꯪ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯀꯝꯄ꯭ꯂꯦꯛꯁ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯦꯀꯣ What is the parent enterprise? ꯑꯗꯨ ꯇꯥꯔꯗꯤ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ parent enterprise ꯁꯤ ꯀꯔꯤꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯋꯥꯐꯝ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯦꯀꯣ ꯃꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯁꯤ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯁꯤ A simple definition is an enterprise that control assets of other entities in countries other than its home country usually by owning a certain equity capital stake ko adana ngasai parent enterprise hairagadi ngasai atopa leibak singda ko leiba assets singse masibu control tawba so adi home country ada mamanda ma panjagre akogi home country ji company duty magi mapu oiba leba ada se USA dagi company ama linkhale se IBM hai se dadi IBM sing ngasai gi USA na mapu ramina magi home country je akogi USA oirani ko adana magi company ji headquarter je USA da lairani ko USA gi mafam ma dadana sai haiba home country oiba ko sidaida laiba nataba atopa ngasai magi company ji entity singi magi assets singse control to adugumba enterprise to madu parent enterprise oibineba ko aduna simple language hai tare ko anumaina akogi parent enterprise haiba ma yaure ko adugi masangda mu what is a foreign affiliate haiba ma yaure foreign affiliate to ba bisi kai no ha kana mu a foreign affiliate is an incorporated or unincorporated enterprise in which an investor who is resident in another economy owns a stake that permits a lasting interest in the management of that enterprise, an equity stake of 10% for an incorporated enterprise or its equivalent for an unincorporated enterprise. Zagi Malayam Yuina Yanawa Sana Kanon Yamatungina Lepa Wapamda, Masagi foreign affiliate Amazik Karino, Kamaito, no Habamagi standards, rules for Magi. Sigi definition ama koina khangna honar paganda foreign affiliate asing asagi incorporated obi ko asagi parent enterprise da incorporated adi matda punsal lama magi revenue kai grama ma dugi da pagi punba ko magi kano khara lairani rules and regulations kara ba incorporated oiba ma natragana unincorporated oiba enterprise ko ama oido bani in which an investor who is a resident in another country ko owns a stake that permits a lasting interest in the management of that enterprise. Then high enterprise ki magi management da magi yani magi wa tar do magi interest ama adum permanent wina lasting interest ama kogi lehan bai da permit to magi stake ama magi lei bai da ko haiba sai investors ki ko investors atopa leba ama de oidoni adum sai ki mana investor wakanda haiba company da invest tawrabnina magi company ji magi stake ama da man has an equity stake of 10% for an incorporated enterprise or is equivalent for an unincorporated enterprise ko incorporated ki wagana magi stake se 10% equity wagadawane ko adu legadawni investors da ko aduga manaba mawong amadana ngasai unincorporated enterprise ki ko sumai tawduna magi stake ase woli sarapa mai equity stake se 10 at least incorporated 10% oigadamni haidana lai adugi investment de tawakanda investors ina companies da sai magi permanent or lasting interest ama legidone mai management companies kamai salagani senlagani hargi wafam da mai wa tar dawne adu magi phibam amada sangalai ba ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯗꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ enterprise ꯑꯃ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯃꯗꯨꯕꯨ foreign affiliate ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯀꯧꯒꯅꯤꯀꯣ. Based on profit motive, these MNCs or TNCs seek to maximize profit in more than one country with an aim to expand sales, to acquire resources, to diversify sources of sales and supplies, and to minimize competitive risk. Haiba cooperation sing asina sendong hena tanabagi jamak honabada kaidogya kanda ngasai profit se hena phangna honabada ko sai leba amadagi henba ko kethel singda mai pot production services sing yona ba expand tawna ba hena yona hona ba adagi magi resources sing ko hena phangna hona ba adagi ngasai sources of sales diversify tawba supplies sing diversify tawba aduga competitive risks adi atopa company singa ngasai gi sa hirana pa kanda ngasai gi mangonda my business the solar kadawba myam dagi khara makai kanba ngamna ba gi my competitive risk ki minimize to han mai dare ba sugum bagi kaino hona pa kanda sai gi MNCs TNC sing sina mai gi profit se maximize tawna ba gi hona engineer na leba kya amada mai gi masamane je sandoi ko. What is an MNC and what are its attributes like? MNC ama ji mamana su koi nai nagre ko adu MNC si karino na khangna hona pa kanda mai mo mo to ko si amu yengsi MNCs is any firm that has a large portion of its operation devoted to activity that is not limited to one country is a multinational firm and has ki moni sinamu ko manda Wilkins ki thamgre adi farm ama ko company ama madu kamda uba large portion of its operations devoted to activity that is not limited to one country leba amada katang company ji ki ayamba magi operation ki activity ko magi potho ki oiro sales ki oiro ko distribution si myam ji ke no se sai leba amada katang koi limited way leba amada katang tawbana taba topa leba singda so ko pangthokpa adugumba farm adu multinational farm money MNCs farm money haidana has na phondoi ko. Robert Gilpin gi wakalon da an MNC is a firm that owns and manages economic units in 2 or more countries. Most frequently it entails foreign direct investment by a corporation and the ownership of economic units, services, extractive industries or manufacturing plants in several countries. Such direct investment in contrast to portfolio investment means the extension of managerial control across national boundaries. And Robert Gilpin has ngasai mamang hai wa mai tawduna ba subsalaga hai ga di ngasai gi farm ma MNCs abasi farm money masigi magi masina kamai de ganda mana leba ani na jaga ani de henba ko leba sin de leba magi economic units ali companies gi magi units sing ko masigi mapu oiraga madubu sinba langba manage tawba ko masigi mawong da sathaba farmado MNC kawe habani ko aduga tai myam so piri adu koi mamangas naina gi basing aduga sarapadam manare ko repetitive way agum si. The main characteristics of MNCs ki magi song saktam si kamai tawno magi masasi koi tang yengsi ahambada man hayasi it accesses, organizes and coordinates multiple value added activities across national boundaries. Ahambada MNC ama oirapagi mo tawsi kai no kanda lebak kaya magi ko ngamkhai lala kanda ko across national boundaries ko lebak kya magi ngamkhai je lantho kanda haiba company sina jai multiple value added activities hai the value addition to ba na kai pot myam posa myam na kai say iron ores dagi iron je sundoga steel on tho kanda dagi product myam semi na chaga na kai aluminum ko adagi kai silver copper khan ge amagi kai posak se kai electronics or electrical ko sum hardware adagi tuan ba software sing kai kam myam kai tawganda kedoba mana value added activities myam kai chathara ganda ko masigi chathaiba thabagasi ko access toba leba ke amada ko aduga organize toba madubu ko kohenaba semba ko aduga coordinate toba amaga koi pau phawden tawraga koi mai tawna sugumba value added activities ke amako thabak thoram singsi sai leba ꯀꯌꯥꯒꯤ ꯉꯝꯈꯩꯁꯦ ꯂꯥꯟꯊꯣꯛꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯄꯥꯡꯊꯣꯛꯄ ꯐꯥꯔꯝ ꯀꯝꯄꯅꯤ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯣꯏꯒꯗꯧꯅꯦꯕ MNCꯒꯤ ꯑꯍꯥꯟꯕ ꯃꯥꯏ ꯃꯁꯛꯁꯦꯀꯣ ꯁꯦꯀꯦꯟꯗ it internalizes at least some of the cross border markets for the intermediate products arising from these activities that is MNCs are involved in both cross border production and transaction ko anisubada man haisi cross border gi wafamni lebak lebak amadagi henba ko hadi lebak ani gi inariba political boundary ko masi ngamkhaise lanthokan ngasai pot puthopa ko leba amana ngasai leba amada ngat moina confine to ba yada mai location se ko na product ama puthona bo na kana maro intermediate products na ko finished product ama waiting ki magi passing ha batare adu myam ko punsala kan ko assembling to ro ni adana high intermediate products in si cross border ko ga do ni ko ama de ama lai thok isin to se China da puthoba da ba pot amagi kano se product se European market sing dagi lai natra Japan dagi lai South Korea dagi lai bi daga African countries dagi lai bi ko natra gana US dagi lai bi shmai to na ko intermediate products myam se ko cross border oiba ko production aduga transaction gi model ama ko yaw kan da ko finished products e puthok ni na MNC sing si mai ko na engage to oiba ko productive production gi kano sida activity sida ngasai gi cross border gi production and transaction ki kaino se ma ko yaw da ne ma gi characteristics da ko second da ko ahum subada an MNC tends to be oligopolistic in nature where ownership management production and sale activities extend over several national jurisdictions ko adana ngasai gi MNC is na mu ngasai gi mai mama na supan kre ma gi profit maximize to na ba aduga ngasai gi competitive risks minimize to na ba khona pa kan da Sagi magi ownership ki management ki production ki sales ki activities में हम जिके दवा लेबा कया दा कोई लेबा अनी न जगह अनी दे की हेनबा को याम सिंपल होइना हाबदा लेबा अनी न जगह अनी दे हेनबा लेबा सिंदा मागी कई कइनो सी ownership की management की production की sales की activities में आने सीजे हाइबा कंपनी सिना और से parent enterprise हायगा सो मसाई की कंपनी की मपुंग ओरिबा कोई बॉडी सिना माना when a maximum young control over manage over it comprises of a head office in one country with subsidiaries in other countries as well as large pool of managerial talent, financial assets and technical resources. Adana ngasai makasa ta when na hai ni mapung oi ba magi office ma head office ma ko gi leba ma de legani aduga topa leba sing de leba magi subsidiaries sai di magi masamari oi ba company parts में हमने मसीही large pool of managerial talent मधुगी management की मागी staff सिंह को मधुगी the financial assets को अदुगा technical resources में हम सिंह ये लेबा आमदा कतंग आई थी लेबा आमदा लेबा मागी subsidiaries में हमदा कोई site for ले अदुना मधु में आदुगी control management के का तो सिंह मसाई मागी head office ना को मपुंग आई बा मागी कइनोसना थबु ओरगा कोई इंसेल लेबा Marisubada, the MNCs intend to secure the least costly production of goods for the world markets, mainly by acquiring the most efficient locations for production facilities or obtaining tax concessions from the host governments. FDI is the mainstay of the functioning of multinational corporations. Adana saigi maside amaru ena Marisubada haisina MNC singasina saigi corporations singasina maikoina pam jikeno kana moina puthotoiba pothok asi posing asi maleng gi kaithen sing de yon bada yam na maman ko adi maleng gi kaithel da mai ko na haiba pothok sing asi puthor pa kan da ko gi maman jam na hong ba maman yam sang da ba da sen yam sang da ba less costly we ba du mong gi production dong ngam ga da ba pham ne mo chi aduna ko na pham sa ba efficient locations for production to thi adi mai singi kari tax concession gi kari kudong saba myam pi ba haiba leba to da sumaina ko is the investor ga di ko gi se special economic zones adu da ga ko singga na myam sing sai foreign direct investments ko gi attract ta wonam ne ko adana ga sai special economic zones sing sida ga sai export ki kari export oriented ba adu job employment generate ta wonam ba adu ga ma gi transfer of technology ko technological know how myam se ko transfer lo topa kan da ba sing ya topa company sing de la ho ya na wi su mai ya na ko kan okra gi makha da wi sang ga nei ko smai ta da MNC sing si su ma sai gi ko ju tax concession lai ba ꯑꯗꯩ ꯄꯣꯠꯊꯣꯛ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯄꯗ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯄꯣꯠꯇꯨꯒꯤ ꯃꯃꯜꯁꯦ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯍꯣꯡꯅ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯄ ꯌꯥꯗꯧꯕ ꯃꯐꯝ ꯆꯥꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯊꯤꯗꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯋꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯨꯅꯤꯀꯣ evolution of TNCs and the global economy ꯀꯣ TNCs ꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯀꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯥꯐꯣꯡꯉꯛꯈꯤꯕꯒꯦ ꯀꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯍꯧꯔꯛꯈꯤꯕꯒꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯒꯤ ꯋꯥꯔꯤꯗꯨꯒ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯅ ꯃꯥꯂꯦꯝꯒꯤ ꯏꯀꯣꯅꯣꯃꯤꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯥꯡꯗ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯌꯦꯡꯃꯤꯟꯅꯁꯤ MNCs have evolved over the years on account of internationalization process, rapid liberalization, globalization, and technological change, especially in information and communication technology. As a result, both the scale and scope of MNCs have enlarged. MNCs TNCs ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯆꯍꯤ ꯀꯌꯥ ꯂꯤꯁꯥꯡꯁꯤꯟꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯆꯠꯊꯔꯛꯄ ꯂꯂꯣꯟ ꯏꯇꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯀꯔꯤꯒꯤ ꯄꯣꯠꯊꯣꯛ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯄꯒꯤ ꯍꯤꯔꯝꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛ ꯑꯃꯒꯤ ꯃꯐꯝ ꯑꯃꯗ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯄꯒꯤ ꯄꯣꯠꯇꯨꯗꯒꯤ ꯍꯦꯟꯗꯣꯔꯛꯇꯅ ꯄꯣꯠ ꯑꯃ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯄꯒꯤꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛꯁꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯏꯟꯚꯣꯜቭ ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯄ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯏꯟꯇꯔꯅꯦꯁꯅꯦꯂꯥꯏꯖꯦꯁꯟꯒꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯁꯦꯁ ꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯀꯔꯝꯕ ꯃꯐꯝꯗ ꯀꯔꯝꯕ ꯇꯦꯂꯦꯟ ꯂꯩ ꯀꯔꯝꯕ ꯃꯐꯝꯗ ꯀꯔꯝꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯦꯇꯔꯤꯌꯦꯜ ꯐꯪꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯅꯆꯤꯡꯕ ꯑꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯅꯦꯆꯔꯦꯜ ꯔꯤꯁꯣꯔꯁꯀꯤ ꯀꯔꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯦꯕꯥꯏꯂꯦꯕꯤꯂꯤꯇꯤꯒꯤ ꯐꯦꯛꯇꯔꯁꯤꯗꯒꯤ ꯍꯧꯔꯒ ꯍ꯭ꯌꯨꯃꯦꯟ ꯔꯤꯁꯣꯔꯁ ꯄꯨꯜꯒꯤꯀꯣ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤꯅ ꯗꯤꯇꯔꯃꯤꯟ ꯇꯧꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯏꯐꯤꯁꯦꯟꯂꯤ ꯂꯤꯁ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯀꯣꯁ ꯀꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯅꯤ ꯏꯟꯀꯔ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯌꯥꯕ ꯃꯐꯝ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯉꯁꯥꯏ ꯃꯃꯥꯡꯗ ꯄꯟꯈꯤꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯂꯤꯁ ꯀꯣꯁꯂꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯀꯣ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯗꯛꯁꯟꯒꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯃꯐꯝꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯊꯤꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯄꯣꯠꯊꯣꯛ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯄꯒꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯑꯃ ꯁꯨꯝ ꯆꯠꯊꯔꯛꯈꯤꯕꯁꯦ ꯃꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯏꯟꯇꯔꯅꯦꯁꯅꯦꯂꯥꯏꯖꯦꯁꯟꯒꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯁꯦꯁ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯁꯦꯟ ꯊꯨꯝꯒꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯑꯍꯣꯡꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯄꯨꯔꯛꯑꯀꯥꯟꯗꯀꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯄꯥꯟꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯄꯥꯟꯒꯤ ꯀꯝꯄꯅꯤꯁꯤꯡꯅ ꯀꯔꯤꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯏꯟꯚꯦꯁ ꯇꯧꯅꯕꯒꯤ ꯈꯨꯗꯣꯡꯆꯥꯅꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯔꯛꯄꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯒ꯭ꯂꯣꯕꯦꯂꯥꯏꯖꯦꯁꯟꯒꯤ ꯁꯥꯐꯨ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯇꯦꯛꯅꯣꯂꯣꯖꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯍꯣꯡꯕ ꯀꯌꯥ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯥꯛꯄꯁꯤꯅ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯨꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯏꯟꯐꯣꯔꯃꯦꯁꯟ ꯑꯦꯟ ꯀꯝꯃꯨꯅꯤꯀꯦꯁꯟ ꯇꯦꯛꯅꯣꯂꯣꯖꯤꯀꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯀꯝꯄ꯭ꯌꯨꯇꯔꯒꯤ ꯏꯟꯇꯔꯅꯦꯠꯀꯤ ꯀꯔꯤꯒꯤ ꯁꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯈꯨꯗꯣꯡꯆꯥꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯥꯛꯄꯁꯦ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤꯅ ꯃꯔꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ MNCꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯆꯍꯤ ꯀꯌꯥ ꯆꯪꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯐꯤꯕꯝꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯦꯝꯒꯠꯂꯛꯈꯤꯕꯅꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯛꯈꯤꯕꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯁ꯭ꯀꯦꯜ ꯑꯦꯟ ꯁ꯭ꯀꯣꯞꯁꯦ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ MNCꯒꯤ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯆꯥꯎꯊꯣꯛꯈꯤꯕ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯍꯦꯛꯇ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃꯗ ꯃꯁꯥ ꯃꯌꯦꯡ ꯁꯟꯗꯣꯛꯑꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯅꯤꯡꯇꯝꯕ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛꯁꯤꯡꯗꯒꯤꯕꯨ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯆꯧꯕ ꯏꯀꯣꯅꯣꯃꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯉꯝꯃꯛꯏꯁꯤ ꯃꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯝꯁꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯐꯦꯛꯇꯔ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤꯅꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯅꯤ The major reasons for TNCs becoming the engine of growth of the world economy are embedded in the following developments. TNCsꯤꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯃꯔꯨꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯀꯩꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇ ꯃꯥꯂꯦꯝꯒꯤ ꯏꯀꯣꯅꯣꯃꯤꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯏꯟꯖꯤꯟ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯣꯊ ꯀꯣ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯆꯥꯎꯈꯠꯄꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯏꯟꯖꯤꯟ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯛꯏꯕꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯝꯁꯤꯡꯗꯨꯅꯤ ꯑꯍꯥꯟꯕꯗ an increasing emphasis on market forces and a growing role for the private sector in nearly all developing countries. ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯃꯥꯡꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯅꯩꯅꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯔꯀꯦꯠ ꯐꯣꯔꯁꯦꯁꯇ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯊꯥꯖꯕ ꯊꯝꯅꯔꯛꯄ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯑꯍꯥꯟꯕꯗ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯇꯦꯛꯁꯅꯤꯖꯝꯒꯤ ꯑꯥꯏꯁꯣꯂꯦꯁꯅꯤꯖꯝꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯅꯦꯁꯅꯦꯜ ꯏꯀꯣꯅꯣꯃꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯃꯣꯗꯦꯜꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯇꯣꯛꯊꯣꯛꯑꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯅꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯐ꯭ꯔꯤ ꯃꯥꯔꯀꯦꯠꯀꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯀꯣ ꯁꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯣꯗꯦꯜ ꯑꯃꯗ ꯆꯪꯁꯟꯅꯔꯛꯄ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯃꯥꯔꯀꯦꯠ ꯐꯣꯔꯁꯦꯁꯇ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯊꯥꯖꯕ ꯊꯝꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯏꯀꯣꯅꯣꯃꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯣꯗꯦꯜ ꯑꯃ ꯁꯦꯝꯒꯠꯅꯔꯛꯄꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯅ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯑꯌꯥꯝꯕ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯗꯦꯕꯂꯞꯄꯤꯡ ꯀꯟꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯁꯤꯡꯗ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯥꯏꯚꯦꯠ ꯁꯦꯛꯇꯔꯒꯤ ꯔꯣꯜꯁꯦ ꯁꯨꯝ ꯆꯥꯎꯈꯠꯂꯛꯄ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯑꯍꯥꯟꯕꯗ ꯗꯦꯕꯂꯞꯄꯤꯡ ꯀꯟꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯁ ꯑꯌꯥꯝꯕꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯂꯥꯅꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯀꯣ ꯏꯀꯣꯅꯣꯃꯤꯛ ꯄ꯭ꯂꯥꯅꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯄꯣꯠ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯁꯣꯁꯤꯌꯦꯂꯤꯁ ꯃꯣꯗꯦꯜꯒꯤ ꯇꯥꯏꯞ ꯑꯃꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯦꯠꯀꯤ ꯏꯟꯇꯔꯚꯦꯟꯁꯟꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯈꯔ ꯌꯥꯎꯕꯒꯤ ꯄꯣꯠ ꯑꯃ ꯁꯨꯝ ꯂꯩꯅꯔꯝꯕꯗꯒꯤ ꯀꯣꯟꯅꯪꯗ ꯁꯨꯝ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯂꯤꯕꯔꯦꯂꯥꯏꯖꯦꯁꯟꯒꯤ ꯀꯔꯤꯒꯤ ꯄꯣꯂꯤꯁꯤ ꯃꯈꯥꯗ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯥꯏꯚꯦꯠ ꯁꯦꯛꯇꯔꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯁꯨꯝ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯆꯥꯎꯊꯣꯔꯛꯄ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯥꯏꯚꯦꯠ ꯁꯦꯛꯇꯔꯒꯤ ꯐꯤꯗꯥꯁꯦꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯃꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯐꯤꯕꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯥꯛꯄꯁꯤꯅꯁꯨ TNCsꯤꯡꯁꯤ ꯏꯟꯖꯤꯟ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯣꯊ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯛꯅꯕꯒꯤ ꯑꯆꯧꯕ ꯑꯍꯥꯟꯕ ꯃꯔꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯦ ꯑꯅꯤꯁꯨꯕꯗ rapidly changing technologies that are transforming the nature of international production and the organization and location of such activity ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯃꯔꯣꯝꯗꯅ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯇꯦꯛꯅꯣꯂꯣꯖꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯍꯣꯡꯕꯗꯨꯅꯤ ꯈꯨꯠꯁꯥ ꯍꯩꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯍꯤꯔꯝꯗ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯑꯍꯣꯡꯕ ꯂꯥꯛꯄꯁꯤꯅ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯂꯦꯝꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯄꯣꯠꯊꯣꯛ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯄꯒꯤ ꯊꯧꯑꯣꯡ ꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯅ ꯃꯗꯨ ꯄꯣꯠꯊꯣꯛ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯄꯒꯤ ꯊꯧꯑꯣꯡꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯃꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯀꯣ ꯁꯦꯝ ꯁꯥꯕ ꯀꯣ ꯃꯗꯨ ꯑꯣꯏꯅꯅꯕ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯕꯒꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯃꯗꯨ ꯀꯔꯝꯕ ꯃꯐꯝꯗ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯄꯣꯠꯊꯣꯛ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯄꯅ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯆꯨꯅꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯅꯆꯤꯡꯕꯒꯤ ꯀꯣ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯂꯣꯀꯦꯁꯟꯒꯤ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯄꯣꯠ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯛꯄ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯇ꯭ꯔꯥꯟꯁꯄꯣꯔꯇꯦꯁꯟꯒꯤ ꯑꯦꯕꯥꯏꯂꯦꯕꯤꯂꯤꯇꯤ ꯑꯣꯔ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯔꯣ ꯃꯦꯇꯔꯤꯌꯦꯜꯁꯀꯤ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯔꯦꯗꯤ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯦꯁ ꯇꯨ ꯗꯤ ꯂꯥꯔꯖꯔ ꯏꯟꯇꯔꯅꯦꯁꯅꯦꯜ ꯃꯥꯔꯀꯦꯠꯁ ꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯂꯣꯀꯦꯜ ꯇꯦꯂꯦꯟ ꯄꯨꯜꯁ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯆꯤꯐ ꯂꯦꯕꯔꯒꯤ ꯑꯦꯕꯥꯏꯂꯦꯕꯤꯂꯤꯇꯤꯅꯆꯤꯡꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯀꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯈꯨꯠꯁꯨꯃꯟ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯍꯣꯡꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯄꯣꯠꯊꯣꯛꯇꯣ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯄꯗ ꯊꯕꯛ ꯁꯨꯕꯤꯒꯗꯧꯕ ꯁꯤꯟꯃꯤꯁꯤꯡ ꯃꯔꯥꯡ ꯀꯥꯏꯅ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛꯁꯤꯡꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯇꯦꯂꯦꯟ ꯄꯨꯜꯁꯨ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯃꯐꯝꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯄꯒꯤ ꯁꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯇꯦꯛꯅꯣꯂꯣꯖꯤꯀꯦꯜ ꯆꯦꯟꯖꯦꯁ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯃꯔꯨꯑꯣꯏꯅꯀꯣ ꯁꯤ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯩꯔꯦ ꯑꯍꯨꯝꯁꯨꯕꯗ ꯗ ꯒ꯭ꯂꯣꯕꯦꯂꯥꯏꯖꯦꯁꯟ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯐꯥꯔꯝꯁ ꯑꯦꯟ ꯏꯟꯗꯁꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯁ ꯋꯦꯌꯔ ꯕꯥꯏ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯗꯛꯁꯟ ꯆꯦꯟꯖ ꯁ꯭ꯄꯦꯟ ꯅꯦꯁꯅꯦꯜ ꯑꯦꯟड ꯔꯤꯖꯅꯦꯜ ꯕꯥꯎꯟꯗꯔꯤꯁ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯐꯥꯔꯝꯁ ꯏꯟꯗꯁꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯁ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯒ꯭ꯂꯣꯕꯦꯂꯥꯏꯖꯦꯁꯟꯒꯤ ꯁꯔꯨꯛ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯕ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯗꯛꯁꯟ ꯆꯦꯟꯖꯁꯤꯡ ꯄꯣꯠꯊꯣꯛ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯄꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯄꯣꯠꯊꯣꯛ ꯑꯃ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯄ ꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯃꯗꯨꯗ ꯔꯣ ꯃꯦꯇꯔꯤꯌꯦꯜꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯔꯀꯦꯠꯀꯤ ꯗꯤꯁꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯕ꯭ꯌꯨꯁꯟꯒꯤ ꯀꯔꯤꯒꯤ ꯂꯣꯖꯤꯁꯇꯤꯛꯁꯀꯤ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯅꯤ ꯃꯗꯨꯗ ꯆꯪꯉꯤꯕ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯐꯦꯛꯇꯔꯁ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯦ ꯃꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯁꯦ ꯀꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯗꯛꯁꯟ ꯆꯦꯟꯖꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯅꯦꯁꯅꯦꯜ ꯑꯦꯟड ꯔꯤꯖꯅꯦꯜ ꯕꯥꯎꯟꯗꯔꯤꯁ ꯀꯣ ꯁꯦ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛ ꯑꯃꯗ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯄꯣꯠꯁꯦ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯄ ꯌꯥꯔꯛꯇꯕ ꯃꯗꯨ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯄ ꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯃꯥꯏ ꯀꯣꯁ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯗꯛꯁꯟ ꯋꯥꯡꯕ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯀꯝꯄꯤꯇꯤꯇꯤቭ ꯑꯣꯏꯗꯕ ꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯃꯔꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯅꯦꯁꯅꯦꯜ ꯑꯦꯟड ꯔꯤꯖꯅꯦꯜ ꯕꯥꯎꯟꯗꯔꯤꯁ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯦ ꯀ꯭ꯔꯣꯁ ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯄ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦꯀꯣ ꯉꯁꯥꯏ ꯃꯃꯥꯡꯗ ꯄꯤꯈꯤꯕꯁꯦ ꯐꯣꯔ ꯑꯦꯛꯖꯥꯝꯄꯜ ꯑꯥꯏꯐꯣꯟꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯑꯃ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯅꯕ ꯍꯣꯠꯅ ꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛ ꯀꯌꯥ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯥꯜꯂꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯑꯥꯏꯐꯣꯟꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯍꯥꯔꯗꯋꯦꯌꯔ ꯑꯦꯖ ꯋꯦꯜ ꯑꯦꯁ ꯁꯣꯐꯋꯦꯌꯔꯁꯤ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯄꯨꯟꯅ ꯁꯦꯠ ꯑꯞ ꯇꯧꯔꯒ ꯑꯦꯁꯦꯝꯕ꯭ꯂꯤꯡ ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯇꯣꯏꯅꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦꯀꯣ ꯃꯐꯝ ꯑꯃꯗ The rise of services to become the largest single sector in the world economy ꯀꯣ rise of services sectorꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯂꯦꯝꯒꯤ ꯏꯀꯣꯅꯣꯃꯤꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯈ꯭ꯋꯥꯏꯗꯒꯤ ꯆꯥꯎꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯤꯡꯒꯜ ꯁꯦꯛꯇꯔ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯊꯣꯛꯂꯛꯄ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯁꯔꯚꯤꯁꯦꯁ ꯁꯦꯛꯇꯔꯁꯦ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯝꯁꯦ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯄꯤꯔꯤ ꯃꯉꯥꯁꯨꯕꯗ ꯔꯤꯖꯅꯦꯜ ꯏꯀꯣꯅꯣꯃꯤꯛ ꯏꯟꯇꯤꯒ꯭ꯔꯦꯁꯟ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯥꯎꯠ ꯑꯦꯁꯤꯌꯥꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛꯁꯤꯡ ꯋꯦꯁ ꯑꯦꯁꯤꯌꯥꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯅꯣꯔꯠ ꯑꯃꯦꯔꯤꯀꯥꯗ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯋꯦꯁꯇꯔꯟ ꯌꯨꯔꯣꯞꯇ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯄꯨꯟꯕ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯏꯀꯣꯅꯣꯃꯤꯛ ꯏꯟꯇꯤꯒ꯭ꯔꯦꯁꯟ ꯄꯨꯔꯛꯄꯀꯣ ꯑꯐ꯭ꯔꯤꯀꯥ ꯌꯨꯅꯤꯌꯟ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯑꯗꯥ ꯑꯐ꯭ꯔꯤꯀꯥꯗꯁꯨ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯃꯁꯤꯀꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯄꯨꯟꯁꯤꯜꯂꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯏꯀꯣꯅꯣꯃꯤꯛ ꯏꯟꯇꯤꯒ꯭ꯔꯦꯁꯟ ꯄꯨꯔꯛꯄ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯆꯥꯎꯈꯠꯄ ꯄꯨꯔꯛꯅꯕꯒꯤ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯕꯗꯀꯣ ꯁꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕꯒꯤ ꯍꯤꯔꯝꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯅꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯇꯤ ꯑꯦꯟ ꯁꯤ ꯑꯦꯝ ꯑꯦꯁ ꯁꯤꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯃꯤꯅꯦꯟ ꯔꯣꯜ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯛꯅꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯣꯏꯍꯜꯂꯦꯀꯣ ꯏꯚꯣꯂꯨꯁꯟ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯑꯦꯝ ꯑꯦꯟ ꯁꯤꯁꯤ ꯍꯧꯔꯛꯄꯁꯤ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯈꯟꯅꯔꯒ ꯂꯥꯛꯏ ꯑꯗꯨꯕꯨ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯕ ꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯑꯦꯝ ꯑꯦꯟ ꯁꯤꯁ ꯃꯣꯗꯔꯟ ꯗꯦꯒꯤ ꯑꯦꯝ ꯑꯦꯟ ꯁꯤꯁ ꯇꯤ ꯑꯦꯟ ꯁꯤꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯦꯀꯦꯟ ꯋꯥꯔꯜ ꯋꯥꯔꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯨꯡ ꯆꯍꯤ ꯗꯤꯀꯦꯁ ꯈꯔꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯨꯡꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯁꯥꯐꯣꯡꯉꯛꯈꯤꯕꯅꯤ ꯉꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯎꯔꯤꯕ modern MNCs, TNCs. However, the origin of multinational enterprises can be traced back to the emergence of early signs of international trade. ꯑꯗꯨꯕꯨ ꯉꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯎꯔꯤꯕ multinational corporations-ꯁꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯃꯑꯣꯡ ꯃꯇꯧꯁꯤꯃꯛ ꯆꯞ ꯃꯥꯟꯅꯕ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒꯁꯨ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯒ ꯃꯥꯟꯅꯔꯞ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯃꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯑꯣꯡ ꯃꯇꯧꯁꯤ ꯌꯥꯎꯕ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯂꯂꯣꯟ ꯏꯇꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯁꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯏꯟꯁꯇꯤꯇ꯭ꯌꯨꯁꯟꯁ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯀꯝꯄꯅꯤꯒꯤ ꯁꯥꯐꯣꯡꯉꯛꯄꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯂꯦꯝꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯂꯂꯣꯟ ꯏꯇꯤꯛ ꯇꯧꯕꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯅꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯈꯣꯡꯖꯦꯜ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯨꯝ ꯍꯧꯔꯛꯄꯁꯦ ꯁ꯭ꯋꯥꯏꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯌꯥꯎꯕ ꯍꯧꯔꯛꯑꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯊꯥꯖꯅꯩꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯕꯨ ꯃꯤꯑꯣꯏ ꯈꯔꯅ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤ some people find the roots of the modern multinational can be traced back to as early as the second millennium BC associated with the businesses operated by the ancient Assyrian colonies, Phoenicians, Greeks, and Romans to that of medieval Europe. ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯉꯜꯂꯤꯉꯩ ꯃꯇꯝꯒꯤ ꯑꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯑꯁꯤꯔꯤꯌꯟꯁ ꯀꯣꯂꯣꯅꯤꯁ ꯐꯤꯅꯤꯁꯤꯌꯟꯁ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯤꯛꯁ ꯔꯣꯃꯥꯟꯁꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯨꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯌꯨꯔꯣꯞ ꯑꯃꯁꯨꯡ ꯑꯦꯁꯤꯌꯥꯒꯤ ꯁ꯭ꯋꯥꯏꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯑꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯝꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯂꯂꯣꯟ ꯏꯇꯤꯛ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯦꯂꯝ ꯁꯟꯗꯣꯛꯄ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯤꯑꯣꯏꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯇꯧꯔꯝꯕ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯅꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯂꯂꯣꯟ ꯏꯇꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯊꯕꯛ ꯊꯧꯔꯝꯁꯤꯡ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦꯀꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛ ꯀꯌꯥ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯔꯤꯖꯅꯦꯜ ꯕꯥꯎꯟꯗꯔꯤꯁꯤꯡ ꯀ꯭ꯔꯣꯁ ꯇꯧꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯁꯦꯝꯒꯠꯂꯝꯕ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯂꯂꯣꯟ ꯏꯇꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯂꯤꯛꯂꯝ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯃꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯗꯨꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯁꯦ ꯉꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯣꯗꯔꯟ ꯃꯜꯇꯤꯅꯦꯁꯅꯦꯜ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯒꯤ ꯀꯣꯔꯄꯣꯔꯦꯁꯟꯁꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯛꯈꯤꯕꯒꯤ ꯐꯤꯕꯝꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯋꯥꯏꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯇꯞ ꯇꯞꯅ ꯍꯧꯔꯛꯈꯤꯕꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯅ ꯃꯤꯑꯣꯏ ꯈꯔꯅ ꯊꯝꯃꯤꯀꯣ Others find resemblance in the established companies of East India Company and the Dutch East India Company, Royal African Company, ꯑꯗꯨꯒ Hudson Bay Company ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯀꯝꯄꯅꯤꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯒꯤ ꯀꯟꯇꯦꯛꯁꯇ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯥꯎꯠ ꯑꯦꯁꯤꯌꯥꯗ ꯃꯔꯨꯑꯣꯏꯅꯀꯣ ꯏꯁ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥ ꯀꯝꯄꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯁꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯟ ꯁꯕ ꯀꯣꯟꯇꯤꯅꯦꯟꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯀꯣꯂꯣꯅꯤꯌꯦꯂꯤꯖꯝꯒꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯥꯐꯣꯡꯉꯛꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯉꯩꯗ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯑꯍꯥꯟꯕꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯂꯂꯣꯟ ꯏꯇꯤꯛ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯀꯝꯄꯅꯤ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯏꯁ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥ ꯀꯝꯄꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯅ ꯑꯃ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯂꯥꯛꯈꯤꯕꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯏꯁ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥ ꯀꯝꯄꯅꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯗꯁ ꯏꯁ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥ ꯀꯝꯄꯅꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯃꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯁꯦ ꯃꯣꯗꯦꯜꯁꯦ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯁꯦ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛ ꯀꯌꯥ ꯑꯃ ꯁꯃꯨꯗ꯭ꯔ ꯂꯥꯜꯂꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯇ꯭ꯔꯥꯟꯁꯅꯦꯁꯅꯦꯜ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯕꯤꯖꯤꯅꯦꯁꯀꯤ ꯔꯨꯠꯁ ꯀꯣ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃꯗ ꯁꯦꯝꯒꯠꯂꯛꯄ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯂꯂꯣꯟ-ꯏꯇꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯀꯝꯄꯅꯤꯁꯤꯡꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤꯗꯁꯨ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ MNCꯁꯀꯤ TNCꯁꯀꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯁꯤ ꯃꯁꯤꯗꯒꯤꯁꯨ ꯎꯕ ꯐꯪꯉꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯅ ꯃꯤꯑꯣꯏ ꯈꯔꯅ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯐꯣꯡꯗꯣꯛꯏꯀꯣ. It was not until late 18th and early 19th century, coinciding with the Industrial Revolution, that corporations on the line of the contemporary ones emerged. ꯑꯗꯨꯕꯨ ꯍꯥꯏꯅꯤꯡꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯒꯁꯨ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯇꯔꯥꯅꯤꯄꯥꯟ ꯁꯨꯕ ꯆꯍꯤ ꯆꯥꯒꯤ ꯑꯊꯦꯡꯕ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ 19th centuryꯒꯤ ꯑꯉꯟꯕ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯁ꯭ꯋꯥꯏ ꯐꯥꯎꯕꯒꯤ ꯇꯥꯂꯛꯁꯤ ꯌꯧꯗ꯭ꯔꯤ ꯐꯥꯎꯕꯗꯗꯤ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯀꯣ ꯃꯔꯨꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯏꯟꯗꯁꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯌꯦꯜ ꯔꯤꯚꯣꯂꯨꯁꯟꯅ ꯄꯤꯔꯛꯄ ꯁꯥꯐꯨ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦꯀꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯇꯦꯛꯅꯣꯂꯣꯖꯤꯗ ꯑꯍꯣꯡꯕ ꯀꯌꯥ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯥꯛꯄꯁꯦ ꯂꯦꯠ 18th century early 19th century ꯁ꯭ꯋꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯝꯁꯤꯗꯩꯗ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯐꯥꯎꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯃꯥꯡꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯝꯕꯁꯤꯡꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯅꯤ ꯉꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯅꯧꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯣꯗꯔꯟ ꯗꯦꯒꯤ ꯀꯣꯑꯣꯄꯔꯦꯁꯟꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯃꯁꯤꯃꯛꯇꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯃꯑꯣꯡꯗꯗꯤ ꯂꯩꯔꯝꯗꯦ ꯀꯣ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯨꯡꯗꯗꯤ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯣꯗꯔꯟ ꯗꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯜꯇꯤꯅꯦꯁꯅꯦꯜ ꯀꯣꯑꯣꯄꯔꯦꯁꯟꯁꯤ ꯃꯑꯣꯡ ꯃꯇꯧꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯎꯕ ꯐꯪꯈꯤꯕꯁꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯅ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯐꯣꯡꯗꯣꯛꯏ. TNCs in the global economy. TNCꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤ ꯀꯔꯤꯅꯣ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯂꯧꯔꯤꯕ ꯊꯧꯗꯥꯡꯁꯤ ꯒ꯭ꯂꯣꯕꯦꯜ ꯏꯀꯣꯅꯣꯃꯤꯗ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯅ ꯃꯈꯣꯏ ꯌꯦꯡꯃꯤꯟꯅꯁꯤ. Number of TNCs is on the increase. ꯑꯍꯥꯟꯕꯗ TNCsꯀꯤ ꯃꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯗꯨꯛꯀꯤ ꯃꯇꯤꯛ ꯍꯦꯟꯒꯠꯂꯦ. ꯈꯔ ꯇꯦꯟꯖꯟꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯕꯗ 1990sꯀꯤ ꯑꯉꯟꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯆꯥꯎꯔꯥꯛꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯂꯦꯝꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯑꯄꯨꯟꯕ ꯇ꯭ꯔꯥꯟꯁꯅꯦꯁꯅꯦꯜ ꯀꯣꯑꯣꯄꯔꯦꯁꯟꯁꯦ 37,000 ꯑꯗꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯂꯩꯔꯝꯃꯤ. ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯃꯗꯨꯗ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯤꯕ ꯐꯣꯔꯦꯟ ꯑꯦꯐꯤꯂꯤꯌꯦꯠꯁꯤꯅ ꯑꯄꯨꯟꯕ 1,70,000 ꯅꯤꯀꯣ. ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕ TNCꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯛꯇ 33,500ꯁꯤꯅ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯕ ꯄꯦꯔꯦꯟ ꯀꯣꯑꯣꯄꯔꯦꯁꯟꯁ ꯕꯦꯖ ꯏꯟ ꯗꯦꯕꯂꯞ ꯀꯟꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯁꯅꯤ. ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯆꯥꯎꯈꯠꯄ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛꯁꯤꯡꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯄꯦꯔꯦꯟ ꯑꯦꯟꯇꯔꯄ꯭ꯔꯥꯏꯖꯦꯁ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯅꯦꯕ 33,500ꯁꯤꯅ. ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯑꯇꯩꯁꯤꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯕꯁꯤꯗꯔꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯐꯣꯔꯦꯟ ꯑꯦꯐꯤꯂꯤꯌꯦꯠꯁꯤꯡ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦꯀꯣ. This increased to 77,000 TNCs with more than 7,70,000 foreign affiliates in a span of 15 years. ꯑꯗꯨꯕꯨ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯁꯦ early 1990sꯀꯤ ꯃꯇꯨꯡꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯆꯍꯤ 30ꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯨꯡꯗꯗꯤ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯕ TNCsꯀꯤ ꯃꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ 37,000 ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯝꯕꯗꯒꯤ 77,000 ꯁꯣꯝꯗ ꯍꯦꯟꯒꯠꯂꯛꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ. ꯑꯗꯨꯛꯀꯤ ꯃꯇꯤꯛ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯣꯠꯁꯦ ꯂꯥꯛꯈꯤꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦ. TNCs revenue base is strong and last. Transnational corporationꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ revenue base ꯃꯣꯏꯅ ꯇꯥꯜꯂꯤꯕ ꯁꯦꯟ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯐꯤꯠꯀꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯛꯀꯤ ꯃꯇꯤꯛ ꯄꯥꯛ ꯆꯥꯎꯋꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯤ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛ ꯀꯌꯥ ꯑꯃꯗ ꯁꯟꯗꯣꯛꯑꯒ ꯂꯩꯕꯅꯤꯅꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯛꯀꯤ ꯃꯇꯤꯛ ꯁ꯭ꯇ꯭ꯔꯣꯡ ꯑꯣꯏ ꯑꯗꯨꯛꯀꯤ ꯃꯇꯤꯛ ꯆꯥꯎꯋꯤ. According to the value of revenue, the top 10 largest corporations, including the state-owned enterprises in the 2016-2017 were Walmart US with a revenue of $485 billion. US다 based over Walmart hariba USda home country oibako magi headquarter oiba Walmart ki 2016-17 gi sahis da magi revenue je annual revenue je $485 billion. Aduga China gi state owned company corporation ko state grid hariba sina $315 billion way. Aduga Sinopec group anna ngasai gi petroleum gi company ada China da based over masigina $267 billion way asmai tawna gi TNCs aduki matik magi revenue base aduki matik chawe atare. TNCs and the global value chain. One of the major contributions of TNCs to the world economy is the creation of transnational production networks, supply chains, or global value chains, whereby a single product is produced at different places across the globe. Sai mamang zo koi panfre sai pot ama product ama koi na seasonal product ama ngasi koi na koi pocket na chaga agi khut pai ga zo high ba product si madu oirang na khona kana de magi transnational production network ama mai value chain yam na ko pak saw khaba maling pun ba ko lebak sing loina mak yaw daga su Europe ki leba legi America North America gi adagi se Asia gi natraga Africa gi high ba lebak yam si ki tunga tunga pham dagi koi gi pusorpa magi ape component parts yam na pull la ga na sai gi product ama oiduneba aduna. As of 2014, the components of iPhone 6 were produced by 785 suppliers in 31 countries. iPhone 6 se 2014 phawda iPhone 6 ama putona khona bda madu sangiba madu yawiba components masak sing asi punna daiba kuntra ma thoida leiba magi tonga ba haiba components sing sigi supplier weba company 785 involved over iPhone haiba product putona khona uganda ba The product is designed in the US and assembled in China, while some 60 suppliers were US based, 349 were China based. The high bus suppliers in the Marakta, Home Foods US the based over US the based over supplier companies in Konduga, 349 in China based. I don't have anything as I give iPhone 60 Putona Honaganda, involved or companies in suppliers in Konduga. They are total Mamsiga money, those might have an example of the iPhone in Matansico. TNCs from developing world are coming of age. The Masai Ahmad the TNCs in the Malang is Sokolaba, say Northern America, say USA Gumba, Canada Gumba, and the Western European countries, United Kingdom Gumba, Germany Gumba, France Gumba, Italy Gumba, Suma the Ayamba, TNCs in the Tulambana. Adu Masai 2008 global financial crisis in Matum the Kamaito Uganda. Growing prominence of TNCs from the developing countries, particularly state-owned TNCs. Maroina 2008 global financial crisis in Matung Dagidi, Masagi, developing countries, Maroina, say China Gumba, India Gumba, Brazil Gumba, Sugumba Leba, South Africa Gumba, Sugumba Leba, Miam, state-owned, Maroina China, the Yam Ufangi, state-owned. Transnational corporation national bank group for the state grid kind of high but open absolutely so means a yam pazana mapumari fana solar by the record. State owned TNCs are a dominant feature in global economy. Then Nasi Diketoba Lebactuna Mapueba Lebactuna Mapueba private Natavoko Lebactuna Mapueba transnational companies at the private Webam my corporation winner do not have the state na Mapueba, say transnational corporation singasina ngasi Malayang economy sida yani kwadigi magi choba ko magi sagon ama domaina kogi lowering ngasi TNC singsi manakta ko. In terms of total assets, non-financial state-owned TNCs from Germany, Italy, and France dominated in 2006 ko. 2016 ko. Hamada state-owned TNC se Germany, Italy, France tagi lapasing sina ngasi total state total assets hot pagana makoina dominant torome kudamoina Germany gi Volkswagen ga haiba company sina Malayang yuna apagi state owned TNC singi kenoda rank 1 lani magi total keno si assets US dollar 432 billion ni pa Malayang TNCs and FDI ga TNCs ke lainai marizna kaina kana TNCs are at the center of the process of integration of world economy through accelerated international trade in goods and services, FDI, and transfer of technological knowledge. Technical know-how sagi kusagi haisingba kusupalai seasonabagi haisingba sugumba kamaina porama puthokani kari karamba kusupalai seasonara puthokani havana singi masigi keno meamsi ko intellectual property rights by involved over and on copyrighted ko and the sugumba meamagi and was see TNC singina by sour todama low TNC singina as international trade se masi auto chotona kongjen yang na by junction of honor pakans that way sida foreign direct investment give board ko involved already the transfer of technological knowledge ko masi by yana by the rekusai by haising ba or losing se ko masi later from that later by later by company do that the mine of people labor so my FDI facilitates the spread of economic activity across borders, boosts growth in all countries, and contributes to greater economic efficiency in the global economy. Foreign direct investment na kana was as economic activities by border lana by sandopa the lebashing that by sentong is okapa borokna bukhonaba and galena by greater economic efficiency. Masi lang na bukhona foreign direct investment is saw magi mating yauri have TNCs and their developmental role in developing world. Developing world TNCs in sinang asagi mamano so high grade my values and activities ki karigi ko sinyama to paganda developing countries me amse kana ba nyam pi le technological sharing to ba mama ko and TNCs are also increasingly shaping institutions and thereby creating the conditions that are conducive to economic activity through collaboration with local civil society partners and thereby encouraging local entrepreneurship. TNCs in Ghana was now institutions shaping to Marina say Leva Amada civil society partners in collaborate or Ganda Centum Sokan ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯅꯕ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯔꯛꯄꯒꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯁꯤꯗ ꯂꯝꯖꯦꯟꯗ ꯌꯥꯎꯁꯜꯂꯛꯑꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯂꯣꯀꯦꯜ ꯑꯦꯟꯇꯔꯄ꯭ꯔꯤꯅꯔꯁꯤꯞ ꯆꯥꯎꯈꯠꯍꯟꯕꯗ TNCꯁꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯦꯡ ꯑꯣꯏꯀꯣ Global research and development. TNCs are playing a major role in global and research development, especially in the developing and least developing countries. They provide a source of finance for R&D and facilitate transfer of technology. Mamana sukra dum pangre bagi research and development ki hiram sida TNCs singina maroina sakat lagriba duga sakat waliba lebak sinda yam saw makoi tholang ko sen thada dana technology transfer tawdana ko. Relationship of TNCs with the home and host country ko. TNCs can have both positive and negative implications for both the home and host country. TNC ki my home country aba mere aduga host country or countries aba kharasu lai reba. Masida afabasu phatabasu magi TNCs na piba lai. Hamada afabagi hiram da hara kanda positive implications in Hamada TNCs can and do generate revenues and employment, particularly in the host countries, which can help in poverty reduction and unemployment. Host country to the TNCs na my companies Masamarang Fandopazina Kedova, Masina, Wagi, Lyra Wagi Keno, Awa, Kuhanba, Karmakai Matin Pamba, Dulana, Tawapanda Wagi, Kurumzada was the Sukarmakai Zop. Provide over Kana the P. Harry. Anisubuda, in the context of globalization and neoliberalism, TNCs are considered crucial for the stimulation of economic growth by raising exports and bringing in direct foreign investment in the host country. The host country to the economic growth program, Hamada, Potoxe Putoga, export on the export organic foreign exchange, until the Zedana, export on products, Hana, TNCs in Zihana. Sangapazi host country to the Kanaba Moway, Madame de McCoy Lag and the foreign investment support of Guinea. Home so that there are several international agreements and national laws of developed countries which regulate the working of TNCs. TNCs can facilitate in building transparent framework to conduct economic activities based on standard rules and practices, including environment and labor conditions. Home so the highest number in the international agreements, national laws, Kiama Sokat Palevaks in the Lay Maduna Sagi TNCs. Tabak Tom sings the Kamina Tawani Toro have a Zimadu, Madrisana Kang on the lip in a high Yamsi, Usalapakanda, Sagi economic activities, Sokan and Navaginko, Marueba, Kayani, Kwagi, Hiram Sinduda, Kanaba P. Havani. Marisubuda governments in developed countries are invariably short of funds and also capacity to undertake meaningful R&D. R&D related FDI can directly benefit economic growth by stimulating technological efficiency and technological sense. This adds to the competitive advantage developing economies do acquire in niche areas. Besides R&D contributes to employment generation in the host country. Host country to the kind of a PZ Amana competitive advantage Henkala by the developing economies in Bibico. Madam the Hirama, Madam McQuaggy, Sokat Padana. Product export of Bungamopagi, Port Hydra, the research and development, the Lapa for and investment, Gavanamu, Tabak Pangdavi, our host country to the Kramakai and the level. Aduga Pataba negative side, it is said that both home and host countries may use the TNCs to serve their own national interests. And the home country to the host countries call. Season TNCs. National interest served on season of either TNC to home countries utilize and manipulate the TNCs in order to achieve foreign policy and other objectives by way of lobbying, advertising, and others. Home countries in the TNC season are going to advertise on the Labaki, Panaba, or Zabu Pangawi seasonal. Adugi one of the host countries in the zoo. Pressure pressure on the subsidiaries from the home country to reconsider any negative decisions through confiscation of their subsidiaries. And the host country to know home country to my relation pressure my subsidiary company subsidiary unit to the pressure piaganda. When as a minor quite levaki akaiba or already appoint high companies that where you my company doing Manzava when a tabak action local panami. Pressure tactics. It is said that MNCs and TNCs are now leading to a global system of free and fair trade. About one third of the global trade today is actually intra-firm trade. Free and fair trade program of the MNCs, TNCs ki sauraba thodan lori. Homes of the FDI may be conceived by important sectors of labor in the home country as a threat to their interests. Similarly, the host country can conceive the penetration of their economies by the multinationals as detrimental to the economic, political, and other interests. Host country na so home country na so TNCC mai ko da trade ba mai ko da mangza ba ko kudong tininga ba ba mai na pi ha na ko yi low ba mai na loi long na ba lai mari so da of the 100 largest economies in the world 51 are corporations mama na pan be ko adi corporations in adu ki ma dik lebak sing da gi yaw na lebak sing da gi bu ma na he na mo na powerful oi gi du ni ko. Fifth, the worldwide spread of TNCs is a matter of concern. They are considered responsible, among others, for entrancement of global inequality and poverty. TNCs in si Pakistan and Sandura Pasina, Akiva Madilay Maduri Kanokan, Mikoina, Wagi Thak Manada Wagi Kanosi, inequality posing am song, totally Malim, the Aduga, Lyra Wagi, Awawa Kiama, totally Adamus Mina P. Aduna, I was in a sea, Zagi, Mina, Waitamakanda. Globalization na maram morakanda wealthy mioi kharada khak mioi kharagi kutta koi gi paisala lai bu ko adu gi kudong chada bu lai adu ga TNC na ngasai gi job generate to basi koi phajana ngamde ko adu mahana leramba job mangan mada su mating koi MNC TNC sing si ko aduna smai to duna ngasai gi mai aphabs lai phatabs lai haidana smaina lai ko. Thank you.